I said this in the Air Jordan 12 white and reds, but besides that shoe, this one right here is just the one that I've really been waiting for, man. I can't even tell you how long I've wanted a pair of these that I can actually wear. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we're taking a detailed look at the Air Jordan 13 in the white and wheat colorway. Before we get started, we're just gonna take a look at the box. The box is actually a little weird. It's all white. It's not silver. And then on top of that, they coincided or correlated the color of the shoe with the logo there. So you got a wheat Jumpman. I think that that's interesting. However, what I wish would have happened is that they remade these boxes, because this is how they first came. That would have been just a really cool throwback or tribute to the shoe itself. And especially for these kind of like new colorways that are being retroed again for the first time, or they were new at one point during their retro runs. This particular colorway originally released back in 2004. So it would have been cool to just see like the original everything with them, which is similar to what they've been doing with certain releases, you know what I mean? Like they've been putting this OG style 13 box with original style 13s and other 13 colorways, obviously switching up the colors and the logos to match the shoes that are inside and stuff. Unless it was an OG, then they keep it all OG. You guys could let me know though, like, do you want like a reprint of this box? I think it's cool. These are called the face boxes for those of you guys that don't know. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we do have a quick word from today's sponsor, and that is the good folks over at Poizn. Poizn is one of the premier buy and sell marketplace communities. Poizn's online shopping platform has over 300,000 authenticated products, which are all available at competitive prices. When you buy something from Poizn, they'll come perfectly packaged, double boxed, bubble wrapped, and all items have gone through a rigorous authentication process, which is highlighted with their unique authentication tags. Now, if you were interested in shopping over at Poizn, it's really simple. All you got to do is sign up for a brand new account. You can go to poiznapp.com. We actually went ahead and grabbed something from them just so that we can show you exactly how they come. And on top of that, we're going to be giving away this pair to one of you guys as long as you're one of our Discord members. If you don't know about our Discord, all you got to do is click the other link down below in our description box. It'll send you over to our website, WearTesters.com, where you can read all about it. And I don't have a box cutter, so we're just going to use this pen. Hopefully it's smooth sailing. So yeah, just as described. Ooh, double boxed, bubble wrapped. And don't worry, I'll put all this stuff back for whoever wins these. And yeah, so they come with all of this stuff. You got a nice little card there. It explains everything about the brands. Every pair comes with their authentication tags. So yeah, if you were interested in oh man, these are awesome. But yeah, if you're interested in grabbing anything from Poizn, they don't just have Jordans, they've got Kobe's and all kinds of other stuff. Go ahead and check out their inventory by clicking the link down below in our description box so that you can enjoy their online shopping community, verification process, and free shipping in the US. So big thank you to Poizn for sponsoring this video. Again, if you were interested in winning this brand new pair of Palomino Air Jordan 1 highs, sign up for our Discord, enter in the random giveaway as soon as we announce it, and fingers crossed. I mean, it's really that easy. Now, as for the 2023 edition of the white and wheats, I think that they did a really good job. Do they look exactly like these? No, they do not, but they're pretty close, so I gotta give them credit. Even the leather on the toe is nice and soft. I am really glad, because I know that I've been like talking about this colorway for like, I don't know, my whole time on YouTube. Any chance I get, I'd be like, oh, I need the white and wheat 13s, you know what I mean? So I really like that these are back, and I do like that they did wait, because there was that era of 13s where the toes were just complete garbage. Like the materials were cardboard. I could not imagine getting the shoe finally, like waiting so long to be able to wear it and not being satisfied with it. So I'm glad that we have it now with this rendition where the toes are soft and all that stuff, and I can actually wear these comfortably. As far as, you know, being a one-for-one remake, obviously it's not it. The only real change though that's like super noticeable besides the overall shape is right on the bottom. So it's just a little cat eye down there. This one is green with black, whereas the original is kind of like a more neon yellow with red. So outside of that though, I don't really see much of a change. Like even the insoles are the same. They're that wheat color and all that stuff. So yeah, so I just think that they did a great job. As for the 13 itself, it was inspired by the black cat or a panther. That's what the outsole is all about. This is one of the most stable Air Jordans to play in. On top of that, you're very low to the ground and the cushioning system is amazing. So what we have here is just herringbone, wide base through and through from heel to forefoot. It's awesome. This very similarly to the Air Jordan 38 where they kind of like played up on like, oh, his fadeaway shot and stuff like that. This was that shoe that gave him everything that he needed to perform that move to absolute perfection. The midsole itself is wrapped in synthetic suede just as it always has been, and the way that it always should be. It is a very low profile Phylon midsole. I think I have something. Hold on a second. Okay, so these guys right here, I'm going to be doing a really cool project with them to show in future videos and future content, just so it's easier to visualize like everything that's inside of these shoes. These were actually given to me, not just these, but a bunch of them. Like I'm talking about like, how many pairs were there? Like 12, 14, something like that. It was a lot. But these were provided by one of our WearTesters Discord members. If you're not part of the Discord, I highly recommend it if you do want to support this channel. Those guys go above and beyond. They provide stuff like this to me too, which is really awesome. So I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this. Actually, some of you guys might have your heart broken because I know that I was when I first opened the box, but these guys right here, man, these are original 13s, bro. These are dope. I have my own pair of originals right over here and they are still perfectly intact and just beautiful. But these guys right here are perfectly taken apart. So if you ever wanted to see like how thin this midsole actually is, it's thin, dude. Like you are almost on the floor. It's really, really cool. On top of that, this is what was inside the shoe. So we've got heel and forefoot Zoom Air. This is exactly what they look like in the originals. Obviously the heel one's missing. I don't know where it is. It's missing in both shoes. Typically, I'll show this thing, which is from the Air Jordan 2011, just to give you guys a visual. This is the style of tech that they use now, but you can see side by side that the originals were just bigger and better and awesomer. And I know that's not a word, but I'm gonna use it anyways. Do you, boo-boo? And then in case you wanted to know what's inside or underneath, this is what the shank plate looks like in an Air Jordan 13. So much different than what was inside the Air Jordan 12, which was one of these guys. So yeah, you had lots of flexibility, but still tons of torsional support. You were sitting damn near on the floor, but you had all that springy Zoom Air awesomeness underneath your feet. This was just one hell of a shoe. It's amazing. Like I absolutely love this stuff. The shoe, like this one, they do not make them like this. None of these, even the old retro where this is like really close, they're just not made as perfect as these, man. The leather on this is so good. The leather on the tongue is actual leather. It's amazing. And then I brought these guys out just because. So this actually is, for those of you guys that don't know, this is the anniversary packaging, whereas this is the original packaging. So this is the 2005 version. It's also gonna break many hearts of the Air Jordan 14. Awesome shoe. And then this one hurts me because this is my favorite, but this is the original Air Jordan 14 in the white and red colorway. So retro tech, original tech. I'm just saying they used to do it so much better. What I want to do with these, in case you guys are wondering, are you going to cut this part out of the video? You are? Really?
You bet your sweet ass.
So yeah, big thank you to my friend Raul for giving me a ton of originals and retros so that I can do a really cool thing with them later on. What is it going to be? She cut it out of the video already, so you'll never know. We got time management issues when you have me in front of a camera. I just talk too much. Move it or lose it, sister! Did I even get past the cushion?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why we're not talking about future projects right now.
Okay, I mean, I get it. As far as the upper is concerned, like I was telling you earlier, it's just much nicer than what we've gotten in the past as far as Air Jordan 13 retros. The toe is actual leather. It's soft. It feels amazing. The side panels are the same thing. They're actually EVA backed. I think we did talk about this in the 12 video as well, but that's why it's got this like padded, quilted, really cool pillowy feel. So that's what it is. There's just like basically the same type of foam that's inside of the tongue. It's like padded behind the leather and then they line it and everything like that and stitch it out so it just looks like your grandma's couch. All of the suede that's on the shoe is all synthetic. It always has been. So for those of you guys that like to complain about that, look, man, it's an original feature. It just wouldn't wear well if it were real suede. You know what I mean? It would have faded in color. It might have had bonding issues with the glues. So this is just the way that they went. It gave it a premium look without it being actually premium, but they did spend all the money on everything else. As far as the originals are concerned, the retro is obviously a little bit cheaper. One of those cheaper things is actually the tongue. This is the synthetic tongue. It's gonna fart. It just is what it is. Am I okay with it with this colorway? Not exactly, but I've wanted to wear them for so long that I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna sound like SpongeBob. It's fine. Fun fact too is that the Air Jordan 13, the original run, was the first, I learned this from Aaron Cooper, we both did, but it was the first basketball shoe that was made in lifestyle colors. And I'm not talking about the original run of mids, I'm talking about the low top. Not the black and blue one, even though you might be able to consider that one, but it was actually the black and chutney, which is what I felt like these were a follow-up to, you know what I mean? Like there was the black and red and then the white and red, and then you had the flint gray, and then you had the black and blue lows. I always felt like they were kind of coinciding with one another, but we never got like an alternate version of the chutney until 2004 when we got the wheat. So I always just felt like they were kind of like a, you know, a high and low, like yin and yang type of thing. Feel free to let me know if that's how you feel too. The insole itself is Dream Cell, so So for those of you guys wondering, that's what it is. You could take it out if you wanted to, or you could just leave it. I think that it feels fine with the setup that's in here. The Air Jordan 13s are one of the more comfortable Air Jordans in my opinion. Obviously we showed the tech already, so that's exactly what you're walking on. You're walking on heel and forefoot Zoom Air. It's fantastic. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, I actually up again, you know what I mean? I accidentally bought these in a half a size down, but lucky for me, they actually fit. So for most people, true to size will work. If you like a super snug fit though, go down half a size. If you are planning to play basketball in them, I do recommend going down half a size. Otherwise, they'll end up getting a little bit loose once you break in that leather. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know that this might have been a longish video, but for some reason when we make them a little long, people watch. So that's what happened with the 12.
I think they're like, there's got to be something really good back here.
Do you think I'm just disappointing a whole bunch of people? They're like, oh man, you know what I mean?
No.
It's like the climax of a and then all of a sudden it just like scrambles on you and you're like, ah. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do this. I'm gonna take off now. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one.